I like that.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? I apologize. I did not have us video streaming live until just now. Now, we were going audio over the air. That's not a problem, but our video stream apparently didn't work. It apparently cut out. So everybody missed all of our conversation about your ant eczema,
Yep.
about alert drops.
Yep.
So let's start over from the beginning. So he's
So there we were. Good. Look how good we look, you know.
Isn't that great? You know, and again, for those that just were able to tune in and start watching, my apologies. I don't know what happened. We've been having some streaming issues here. Ever since we had that Draco, which is like that land hurricane.
Yeah.
It has just been a nightmare around here, man. And we got it easy up here, and I don't mean easy in the sense that it's coast by any means, but compared to what other parts of Iowa got, we got off light because other parts of Iowa were without power for days, and I mean it was a mess. It was an absolute mess.
Yeah. That's what I heard. So, well, I hope it's all getting back to normal.
Things are getting there. We're plugging through it. We're just trying to get our internet stuff going as well, which is always something. There we go. Look at all the people starting to watch now.
Look at that. Now
I was wondering why. I was looking at that because up in the corner I see a little ticker of people that are watching and so forth, and I was thinking, why is nobody watching? I know that we're just a total pandemic, a total video pandemic ourselves, but what in the world?
Yeah.
Well, that's why.
I see like 6,000 or 7,000 on my end watching. So hi everybody. Make sure you get out today and get along, Nick.
So, okay, you released the song nationally last week.
Yep.
The big release was last Friday.
Right.
Are you putting together an album, or are you just going to leave this one as a single by itself, or what's your plans here, brother?
We are putting together an album. I wrote with the same two gentlemen I was telling you about that are Get Along, Nick with. And it's called If You Don't Like My Family, You're Not Going to Like My Family Traditions. It's pretty amazing, and it includes Aunt Eczema. It includes all of them in there. They're all in there.
Aunt Eczema, God love her. Love her.
I think
Aunt Elephant Man Eczema, she's incredible.
Elephant Man, she's got junk in her trunk, literally. No, we got enough to do a whole new record. So we're going to be getting on that, and we're excited about it. Long Neck is taking off great. We've gotten, some TV requests, some shows. We're flying out to Arizona to do some shows, supporting the thing. So it's taken off. So thank you for playing it, and let's see if we can blow it up. And I want to come up there and do something up there with a K97. Listen,
A1 and I have been talking about that back and forth a little bit, and we got to get more details and so forth. But I love the way you say you got some TV requests. Will you do me a favor and have them play Gilligan's Island, because we can't get that anywhere up here.
Yeah, I'll have them do that. No, we're actually gonna. I'll send you the schedule when we get on TV, because we're going to go on there and talk about it and do a bunch of stuff. So it's coming out.
Outstanding, man. Outstanding. I know you've done some TV stints in the past. You've been at different radio stations down in Nashville. And have you done the Opry?
I have done the Opry, yes.
Wow. What was that like?
It was amazing. It was very, very strange at first. I have a story to tell you that I'll tell you in person about how things went at the Opry the third time I played there. But, pretty wild. But the Opry backstage, man, it's like all your heroes are there, and that was the crazy thing. It's like you're hanging out with your heroes, and they come and sit down and talk to you. You play the Opry, they come in and hang out with you. So
wow,
it's pretty wild.
Amazing. Is this like along one of the stories when you said that Whisper and Bill Anderson is also the guy who tells the dirtiest jokes on the planet, kind of thing? Maybe. Yeah, I'll tell you about it when we come up there and we do our little barbecue backyard show or whatever we're gonna do. I'll tell you all about it. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And I ask that because the Opry is such a historic stage for you to perform on. And I go back, dude, to about 4 or 5 years ago when you were performing up in Clear Lake. You were opening for Jared Neiman, who was opening for Joe Diffie. Mm-hmm. So it was Joe, Jared, and Joe. What a great show. And about a half an hour before the show, you weren't 100% sure I was gonna be there. About a half an hour before the show, you came to me and said, "Hey man, will you do me a favor and introduce me on stage?" And first off, what an honor that was, to be able to poke fun at you in another venue, but in person. But I remember you and I talking about this afterwards too. As I started to walk towards the mic, and the spotlight came on, it hit me. All the legends that have performed on the stage at the Surf where I was now standing. And so I literally had to pause for about 30 seconds and just look around with the spotlight on me. Not because I was trying to be egotistical, it's because I was just in awe as to where I was standing. And then to think about Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and J.P. Richardson, the Big Bopper, that was the last stage that they all stood on as well.
Yeah, now try to get out there and remember lyrics to anything.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I couldn't imagine. And then you go to the Opry stage, and you got legends like Ernest Tubb and Jim Reeves, and I mean, you talk about legends in country. Holy smoke, dude! How were you able to even utter a word?
It takes a second, but you got to go in there and it's you psych yourself up. And when you get done playing a place like that, even the surf, it's like literally mentally and physically exhausting, because when you're done, you're like, it just takes everything out of you, because you have it's such a moment, So
Amazing.
It's why they made Jack Daniels,
That's the whole reason right there.
That's the whole reason. Why should we make whiskey? Well, because of the surf ballroom in the Grand Ole Opry.
In Lynchburg, Tennessee, not far off from where you live. And I know you gave me the map from your house, right, like your front door to Lynchburg. And it literally is just like a straight shot as a crow flies.
Well, it's like 621 million steps walking, which leads to 12 steps. But,
Or 4,797,000,000 crawls, if you want to go that way. Which
that's only 130 miles by the way the crow flies, but I don't have a crow, so
you know what that means, right? Or is that just an Iowa term? No,
I've always wondered. Everybody says, "Well, it's about 60 miles away a crow flies." I'm like, "Well, I don't have a crow." So.
I'm like you. I grew up in Iowa. I've lived in Iowa my whole life. One of my brothers, I'm the youngest of 10, as you know. One of my brothers is a teacher. Well, he's a retired teacher now, but he has a big farm down in southern Iowa, down in a town called Leon. Okay, down there though they call it Land. It's not Leon, it's Land. So anyway, he said to me, we were at a family reunion being held at Decatur County High School, which is where he taught at. And I said, Ronnie, where is your house from here? I said, I'm kind of lost on my directions here. He said, well, as a crow flies. And I said, what does that mean? I've heard you say that before. I've heard others say before. I didn't know until then that a crow flies straight. So as a crow flies straight.
So who came up with that? I mean, did they sit down and talk to a crow and they went, hey, how do you fly? And the crow went, well, we fly straight. I mean, we got stuff to do. We're a crow.
Now, as a crow flies from your front door to Lynchburg, Tennessee, where Jack Daniels is how many steps?
It's like 6,200 steps, and I think it's about 72 miles the way a crow flies.
And then, okay, as a crow flies. Now, when that crow has been to Lynchburg, and it's not so straight anymore.
Not so straight.
How many steps is it on the way back?
The weird thing about Lynchburg is it's a dry county. You can't actually drink in Lynchburg.
Which isn't that crazy?
So weird.
That's like Jack Daniels. I mean, that's the capital, obviously. So, but you cannot drink. Am I correct in understanding? I once heard that every employee, when they get their check every week, also gets a fifth of JD with it, and not you, Jack Daniels.
I don't know about that. If that is, I'm going to see if I can get a job down there.
Maybe I shouldn't have told you that.
I'm gonna get down there and get a long neck.
Oh, dude. So I said last week, and I got to say again this week, we got to get A1's permission here, because she's kind of the soup Nazi of the Joe Denim camp. We got to. I'm telling you, Starkist has got to be played. It's got to be played. I'm itching.
Man, I want to hear it. I'd like to hear it right now. I'm going to request it. Oh, hang on a second. What's going on here? I'm gonna request it. If I call and request it, can I get it played? Yeah,
man. You don't even have to call in. Just tell me. I mean, tell me right now. But I'm holding you accountable to A1.
I'm gonna call you back on it. In the meantime, let's all get along.
Let's do it, man. Really, and seriously, where are you at with this? Is this thing gonna start to see some charts?
Yeah, I'm hoping it is. I think it's going to, and we're going to get some video going on it here soon. But we're just, we always bring it to Iowa first. And I think if you guys like it, we'll keep it going.
not saying that, I wasn't trying to imply that is it good enough to hit the charts. By all means, it is. It's a fantastic song. What I meant was, what is the process? Did your record label have to choose to release it to a charting agency, or how does that work?
It's out there. We've serviced it to all the radio stations. Radio is a whole nother world right now. It's gone through some ups and downs. But you know, there's a lot of charts. There's a couple big ones, Billboard, Media Base, things like that. But that's a whole nother world right now. So we'll see. I mean, we're working on it, and we'd love to see it go up there. But it's going to come down to just starting out like we're doing right now and getting it straight to the fans. You know, I would much rather go this route and have the fans hear it directly versus just mainstream, where it's kind of like, here's what they're going to give you, because we know what the fans like, you know, and that's the neat thing about K97. You know, they know what's up. So it's like we have the ability to, you know, maybe not go through all the channels at radio right now to get through the, you know, the Cole Smidells and Luke Bryans and the Keith Urbans and stuff like that. But man, it's still crisscrossing the country right now. So we'll see what happens. I'd love chart.
Well, let's get it. Whoa, he must have just lost him once again. Oh man, how did he just? Also, he must have the timer on or something. He's gonna be coming back. I know he is. He'll sign back in. He's kind of glipping anyway. He's in that area down south where it's just a little bit on the interesting side. There he is. He's coming back on. You heard that little pop on there, right? That's him. He's going to be right back with us in just a second. Here he comes. There you go. Hey,
what happened?
I don't know. I don't know. Did your jackrabbit fall off the top of your truck there, or what happened?
It flopped off the old. The truck is named Blanche, by the way. It's a big Duramax diesel, and her name is Blanche. We did get the screw, awesome. the loose screw fixed, and she got rear-ended, but she's Blanche. So what would you expect?
Well,
anyway,
nothing less, other than to roll over on all four tires. Other than that, nothing. You know.
Exactly. Anyway, yes, the chart. The song's going to chart. Let's all get along, neck, and the second it hits the charts, it's going to keep on up the chart. So
absolutely, yeah. You're going to have George Strait contacting you, going, dude. How do I get a number one like that one?
How do I do that? I'm like, well, speaking of flying George Strait, a crow flies straight.
It does. A crow does. Hey, man, we're going to let you go. We know you're busy. You're still doing your backstage backyards as well, and I know that's where you're at right now in your truck in Blanche. Yeah. I don't want to say in Blanche. That sounds a little weird, but in your truck.
Blanche. I'm climbing into Blanche right now.
I knew you'd go there. If I just took the leash and pulled it a little bit, I knew you would go down that road.
So good.
Anyway, it is so good. When is the So Good tour going to start, by the way, man?
It's as soon as we get back to normal. We're actually heading to Arizona. First part of October, we're going to play a couple shows out there. We're playing a show this Saturday in Nashville. If anybody gets down to Nashville, we're getting ready to go out and start playing a lot. So just like everything, we're just easing into it till things get back to normal. But we're ready.
Things get back to being straight, like
straight
crow flies, like a George Crow straight flies.
Blanche doesn't drive very straight. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the person behind her, and
she takes every turn she can.
Well, I'm going to talk with A1. We got to get you up here, and that's when officially, when you're up here in Iowa, that's when officially the So Good tour starts.
Okay, done and done. Let's do it.
All right, man. Hey, we're going to check in with you next week. Stay on, though. I know you got things going on. You're busy, but stay on, because here in the next 15, 20 minutes, we are going to play your brand new release called
Let's All Get Along, Nick.
That's it, man. Coming up in just about 15, 20 minutes here, so stay right here. Brother, you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. And, of course, I'll be watching my phone to make sure that you don't send any messages or things that can't be on my phone.
Okay. I'll see you soon.
Take care, buddy.
Good night.
Joe Denim, of course, Thursday from Tennessee. That's what it is. Every week that he's on with us. I'm so glad that we're able to be back doing this weekly and having such a great time with that as well. I didn't get a chance to show Joe some of the messages here. Hey, guys, I need a laugh today. Hopefully, Kimberly, you got more than one out of that deal. And let's see, Kimberly also said Jack Daniels honey with Pepsi. That was my favorite. Okay, anyway, Kimberly, whatever. And there's A1. Y'all crazy. Next week, Double A and I may just have to join this mess. I mean, fun. A1, I send you the link every week. Of course, you guys are invited every week as well. But again, his new single coming up has been released to the nation now. We were the first to premiere it right here on Iowa's favorite country, K97 last week, and we're going to spin it again coming up in just a little bit. So get ready for that as we roll into the 9 o'clock time on the morning train on Iowa.